First, I started right here.
Just on Twitter, the same thing. If you're a producer and you upload a beat to DistroKid to be distributed, like, what does that mean if somebody buys the beat?
And then I started to do everything from right over here.
And finally, I started to record videos from right here. I've been through a lot. As I've gone through the YouTube channel, obviously I've pivoted 1,000 times, and I've made a lot of mistakes, big mistakes, that I wish I could go back knowing everything that I know now. Growing a YouTube channel is not easy, and it's especially not easy in the music niche. I feel like I have a lot to offer when it comes to giving people information on growth. Obviously, I'll never offer a course or anything like that, but I feel like my calling on YouTube, so to speak, would be to probably give people information on how to be a musician, a producer, a rapper, a singer, whatever it is that you do, and still be able to grow on YouTube. And that's kind of what I started this channel trying to do. And I feel like that's probably my lane. I've been on YouTube for a really long time, years, over 10 years, in different channels. And every single channel grew a lot easier than this music channel. It is not an exaggeration to say that I've probably filmed over 1,000 videos, easily. I also produced a lot of music. I did all of this stuff while having a full-time job, battling addiction, losing family and friends in the process because I tend to hyper-focus on things that I want. I got married. I moved about 1,000 times. And I still held on to this dream of growing this YouTube channel and making this my 9-to-5. This is all I've ever wanted, pretty much in my entire life. And no jobs could ever give me the fulfillment that I needed to truly be happy in life. And so I just kept cranking away at this thing. Even though I gave up on other things, I continued to crank away at this. And I honestly think that that's what it comes down to. Your ability to stick with doing what you want to do. Doing your dream, making your dream a reality. These things honestly separate the wheat from the chaff. I've seen a lot of people throughout my time on YouTube come on and give up because they weren't growing fast enough and a lot of things kept going wrong and they just couldn't hack it. People who consistently chip away at this thing are going to be the ones that make it. If there are things that you want in life, no matter what they are, the worst thing that you can ever do on those things is give up. Once you give up, you lost. Everything that you ever worked for is essentially gone. For me, that was always unacceptable. Ever since I was a little kid, I knew that I was going to be doing something like this. I knew maybe I was going to be educating or entertaining. I just knew. I was a tour guide for a really long time in Salem, Massachusetts. Here we have Giles Corey, and he was the only participant in the witch trials to not enter a plea. And so they ended up pressing him, trying to get a plea out of him, and he never confessed. A lot of people know him as the man who simply said more weight every time that they added a boulder to his board. So this is our main room. If you want a little bit of a more in-depth story about some of the scenes you're seeing now, you gotta come to the Wax Museum. That was probably my longest lasting job. And then I got into the medical industry. And I have to tell you that I just enjoy entertaining. I enjoy educating. What I didn't enjoy was picking on people and trashing people, messing up their livelihood for my own gain. But after years of being on YouTube and trying everything that I could possibly do and seeing people gamble on stream and make millions, seeing people disrespect women on streams and make millions, I started to fall to that level. And all of this was boosted by my own levels of frustration because nobody is more obsessed with YouTube growth than I am. Nobody knows more factoids about YouTube growth than I do. Nobody knows more facts about business growth than I do. So I didn't understand where the disconnect was happening, why I could know so much and do so little. And I have to tell you, it's all about how you implement the information. It's all about being interesting enough for people to watch you. And it's all about building a community that you're proud of. I moved over to more of a drama niche because of the fact that people started to grow for very negative reasons. And I had a lot of frustration toured a lot of different creators, and I started to channel that, and like a miracle, my channel started to grow like a weed. And the same people that would click a negative video and then tell me that I was being negative and I'm just a terrible human being. They clicked the video, by the way, and they watched it all the way through. But I'm a terrible human being. How dare I do this? Never saw any of the videos where I tried to redeem myself because they didn't click them. Because people are addicted to negativity. It is just the way that it is. It's human nature. It's a survival mechanism. We would never survive if we weren't afraid of predators in the wild. And in order to survive, you need to learn everything that you can about these predators. That is the equivalent of YouTube or whatever form of entertainment today. Negativity sells. And that's just the way that it is. I leaned into it. I regret it now. I see other creators say these things that I've known for the last 10 years, and everybody in the comments is like, oh my God, what a genius. The thing is like I never leaned into the education quite enough, in my opinion. If you have things that you want to do, and you have dreams, and you've been working really hard, don't give up. Just continue to do that. Because you will never be truly happy or truly fulfilled until you pull this thing off. As you go, you are going to pivot whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to pivot whatever it is that you're doing 1,000 times. And eventually, guess what? It's going to work. So I know that this channel has given a lot of people whiplash lately. I've gone from negative Nancy to positive Pete, back to negative Nancy, back to positive Pete. And that is growth in a nutshell. What none of these gurus are ever going to tell you, because they're like, niche down, stick to this niche for the rest of your life, never freaking stray from this niche or you will not grow. That's not true. Follow your heart, as cliche as it sounds. If you want to grow as a music producer, as a content creator, as a musician, as a doctor, whatever it is, keep going and just get it done. Eventually, you are going to attract a like-minded audience that's going to care what you have to say, and that's going to listen to some of your advice, for better or worse. This video, as all of my other videos, was sponsored by me. If you would like to help me continue doing what I love to do, there's some links in the description. A like would mean the world. You could do multiple things to try to support my personal journey. And I do believe in karma, and it does come back.